Hi guys, so my presentation is over clouds and precipitation. So firstly, I'm going to be talking about the process it takes to make precipitation. The first step would be the sun has to heat the earth, and which makes water evaporate. So this water is evaporated from large masses of water such as lakes, rivers, the oceans that we are surrounded by. Once this water vapor enters into the clouds, it is then stored there, where it becomes more saturated and water attaches onto particles and becomes water particles. Lastly, these particles begin to become too heavy for the cloud and thus they fall to the ground, becoming precipitation. Now there's multiple forms of precipitation, the first one being rain. So this is liquid water that will remain in the state if Earth's temperature is above freezing. As for sleet, this first begins as snow, but as it falls into a warmer layer of our atmosphere, it's melted and then becomes rain. However, before it can even reach the earth, it hits another layer of the atmosphere, which is way cooler, and thus it forms into ice. As for snow, this actually appears any time it rains, but melts way before it reaches the ground simply because of the temperature. So the only way we have snow is if the temperature is below freezing. As for hail, this is simply just solid pieces of ice, and it only occurs when thunderstorms of cooler temperatures. My second topic will be over air mass. So this is a body of air extending for hundreds of miles and can be of high vertical lengths. So there's two major classifications. It's temperature and moisture. So the question is then asked, why is Oklahoma so predictable and suspected to have tornadoes? Well, this is because our state lives within the Great Plains. This is where humid air from Mexico and cool from Canada meet, and they tend to mix together as those air masses and cause this tornadic weather. Lastly, I'll be discussing lifting air and the different processes used for that. So lifting air is detrimental because without that, we would have no clouds or precipitation. One of the processes that are used is frontal lifting. This is when less dense air is forced to rise over cooler, more dense air as weather fronts move. For process 2 is convection. When a surface is heated, causing the air to become less dense than the air around it, it makes it rise. So that is the end of my presentation, and I hope you learned more about clouds and precipitation.